Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to be completely breaking down the trade that I took live with you all today. A textbook A plus model number 3 inside of the markets, implemented it real time right in front of you. I want to make it clear for those of you that are newer, you're not going to grasp this right away in week 1 and even month 1. Okay, you have to take it day by day and incrementally just gain more experience, gain more continuous reps in the market with us, and over time you'll just catch on even more and more and more, and eventually you'll grasp long-term sustainable profitability through this system. With that said, here is the setups rating that I have here on WAP. You can find that down here. This setup was rated A plus based on our system. We had all of the check boxes checked off. So let's go over to the charts and see exactly what that looks like. So here we have a beautiful execution of the model number 3. You can see all day long, I rejected FOMO, meaning FOMOing into shorts, forcing something that's outside of my system, and I waited for my backed by data model in the market and got severely rewarded for it. For those of you that are new, you're going to find out really quickly. This is the whole theme of our trading. We're consistently getting rewarded for exactly what you saw here today. Patience quite literally paying. It's cliche, but it's true, man. It's true. So kicking it off with our higher time frame key level, that is actually going to be what I mentioned to you guys on stream. This is this old daily low. It gets quite literally as simple as that, guys. There's no need to overcomplicate it. We came down and we tagged an old daily low. All right, and while we're on the hourly chart, after we tag this old daily low, I'm immediately just looking, okay, what's on the opposing end? And that's going to be in the form of inefficiency or old highs. As you can see, we have this massive bearish inefficiency left behind from the huge dump we had today. This is going to add to my conviction to everything else that I'm going to explain here for you guys today, because I know we're very likely to deliver at least 25% of large gaps like this, at least. So now I scale down to the 15-minute chart. What you're going to see here is a very classic textbook phenomenon that I tell you guys to look for. Not only did we sweep all the short-term lows generated from New York, right? We came down, swept a time-based low, which is New York's low, as well as tapping this old key daily low. So textbook. But what's really the kicker here is the change in state delivery that we had on the 15-minute chart. If you look at your checklist, you look for this on the hourly, 15 or 5-minute chart. Technically, if you sift through all your time frames, we had it on all 3 time frames. So we have a solid body down candle here. Solid body is the key word, not something like this candle here, for example. Not like a huge wick and small bodied. It's a solid body candle. We have delivery to the downside, and then we have a huge light bulb move above this opening price. That's your change in state delivery. Boom. Now I can scale down and we identify, okay, what are we actually targeting to the opposing end? That is going to be your Model 3 target. How did I find this as a high quality Model 3 target? How did I know it was likely going to stall or maybe even reverse once it at least tagged this key high here? Take a look at this high here. Look at the huge range that we had, guys. Once this swing high was created and we had a huge dump to the downside, this is the most recent dump before we're taking this long. So I'm going to reference this high down to this low. All right. Not only is this high just around equilibrium of that range, but also it's simply the first key swing high that was delivered after this huge dump. So that to me, boom, really good target. Not to mention how obvious it was. We had a triple top formed above in the market here. So we have an obvious opposing liquidity pool in the form of a trend line phenomenon like this. All right. Now we go to our 1-minute chart. Alrighty. 2 p.m. hourly candle opening. I told you guys real time to watch out for this because this will likely be when the model performs. 2 p.m. opens. It trades just below that opening price. And then it smashes with a light bulb expansion above that opening price in the direction of the drawn liquidity. This is labeled as a light bulb displacement because if you recall, this blue line here, that was your change in state delivery triggered, and simultaneously while we're triggering that change in state, we have multiple Fibonacci gaps delivered. Now here is the good part here. If you take a look at my executions, you'll see real time I was watching this light bulb expansion, but notice how it leaves it open. A lot of times it's not going to leave these gaps open. It'll give you that retrace entry. No problem at all. When this happens, guys, free sauce here for you guys. I look for the next down candle. I look for a price to change its state and delivery above it. This opening price here. And then I take my long position. Boom. Where's my stop loss going to go? It's going to go below the down candle plus all the fair value gaps. So my stop loss was right here. All right, fast forward. The market creates another change of state delivery above another down candle. Added more. Oh, here you go. Here's your second opportunity, which many of you took. Multiple fair value gaps again. And this is where I added more. Boom. Now, really all there's left for it to do at this point is simply just rise to the target. So this is like a really good example of a low resistance model number 3. Like it was very easy. There was no drawdown at all. It was just straight to target, one little retrace, and then boom, John Cena candle right to that target. So I will elaborate a lot more on the course with this, guys, and in my continuous live streams that we have throughout the week. But aside from that, no need to overcomplicate it, guys. This is everything that I was referencing for today's trade. I hope you guys got something out of this, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. See you guys on Monday. Be safe.